Okay, this is the Kittenbot robot bit, and I've made it into a Rover. I think that's what we're calling this little car that has two wheels and a skid roller. This simulator doesn't seem to be exactly what the code that I wrote is. The simulator shows a lot more spinning 360 than what my code shows. But I'm showing you that we can use a motor driver by Kittenbot called the Robot Bit and build our own Rover. There are many other choices with this robot extension in Make Code. These are all different expansion boards and rovers. So far they all work as far as running in different directions and the color, the NeoPixel color. There are reasons for using a motor driver expansion board like this one. This is by Kittenbot. We also have a very similar board by Yaboom called the Superbit. This Kittenbot robot bit expansion board with this big battery is quite cheap. This would be less costly to build than buying one of these other boards or rovers as a kit. This expansion board is quite cheap, and if you have access to some of these Lego Technics parts, you can build a chassis like I did. You can add two motors and a roller ball of some type or a skid. These skids are 3D printed. Same thing as a roller ball, really. They would replace this. And then you can basically build your own rover and build out using Lego Technics parts, expand a much larger car than this simple car. Some of these other kits that are shown don't really give you the option to use these Lego Technics parts to build out your Rover to do more things. Notice that this kind of an end does not fit this kind of an expansion board. So we have to be careful when we buy these motors to get the type that have that kind of plug, not the white plug, if we're using the robot bit. The Yaboom Superbit will accommodate this kind of a plug or this kind. There's a lot of other functionality on this board. We're trying to test and see if we can add more of these pins with this new to us Make Code robot extension. I'm trying also the radio joystick bit. It seems to work with a couple of the different boards, just sending radio signals from the joystick bit, little game console by radio, to the onboard Microbit. This Microbit is a type 1. I've used type 2 Microbit, but this robot extension with all of these different options does use type 1 somewhat limited, but it does work. Type 1 Microbit. When we're using this chassis arrangement, I've got some longer blue pins to hold the Rover bit onto the 5x7 chassis rectangles. And the reason is I want to have some extension on the pin to go into these motors with this configuration. There will be more.